Welcome to Step by Step. Today we're learning about types of sentences. The types of sentences we're learning about today are the simple sentence, the compound sentence, the complex sentence, and the compound complex sentence. Let's learn more about sentences. Okay, so the types of sentences. There are 4 types of sentences that will comprise most of your writing. The simple sentence, the compound sentence, the complex sentence, and the compound complex sentence. Let's learn more about types of sentences. The simple sentence. The simple sentence has one subject and verb relationship. It says one subject may have 2 verbs, but it is one relationship and one independent clause. Example, many unusual fish hide in the deepest parts of the ocean. Fish is the subject and hide is the verb. Okay, many unusual fish hide in the deepest parts of the ocean and are never seen. So, there are 2 verbs in the sentence. Fish is the one subject, hide is the verb, and are never seen is a verb. So it shows right here, fish the subject, hide the verb, and are never seen is also the verb. Okay, compound sentences. Compound sentences have 2 subjects and verb separate relationships, and this has 2 independent clauses. Simple sentences have 1 independent clauses, and compound sentences have 2. If you have 2 independent clauses joined correctly, you have a complete sentence. And 2 independent clauses can be joined by using a comma and a coordinating conjunction. So coordinating conjunctions are known as fanboys. So F stands for, A stands for and, N stands for nor, B stands for but, O stands for or, Y stands for yet, and S stands for so. Also, you can use a semicolon. For example, Laura scored a goal and the crowd cheered widely. And is a coordinating conjunction that used in this word fanboys. It says 2 independent clauses joined with a comma and a conjunction. Laura scored a goal is 1 independent clause, and the crowd cheered widely is the second independent clause, and is the coordinating conjunction. Laura scores a goal, the crowd cheered widely. You can also join these independent clauses by using a semicolon. Another example. Many unusual fish hide in the deepest parts of the ocean, but photographers have captured them in pictures. So we know that we have 2 subjects, fish and photographers, and hide and have captured are the verbs. So there are 2 independent clauses in this sentence, and they're used by coordinating conjunctions to separate them to become one sentence by using the word but. Remember here, right here. Okay, fish, which is the subject as we know, hide, the verb, photographers, the subject, and have captured, also the verb. Another example. My family went to the park last month and we had a wonderful time. We know that the comma is separating the 2 independent clauses. My family went to the park last month is the one independent clause, and we had a wonderful time is the second independent clause. That's what compound sentences are. Let's go to the next sentence. Complex sentences. Complex sentences have 2 subjects and verb sets, and they have 1 independent clause and 1 dependent clauses. Although many unusual fish hide in the deepest parts of the ocean, photographers have captured them in pictures. So we know 2 subjects, fish and verb, hide, photographers, subject, and have captured is a verb. Okay, so and they have 1 independent and 1 dependent clause. Although many unusual fish hide in the deepest parts of the ocean is a dependent clause, and photographers have captured them in pictures in the independent clause. Since winter is coming, I think I'll knit a warm sweater. Since the winter is coming is a dependent clause because you can't just say since the winter is coming. What comes after that? So you need to add I think I'll knit a warm sweater because I think I'll knit a warm sweater is actually a complete sentence. So that means this is the independent. The dependent depends on the independent to become a full sentence. Because my coffee was too cold, I heated it in the microwave. Because my coffee is too cold, what? This would be the dependent because the coffee depends on the heat I heat in the microwave to become a sentence. Okay, note the comma rule. When the dependent clause comes first, use a comma like this sentence. So when the dependent clause comes in the first part of the sentence, use a comma. But don't use a comma when the dependent clause comes second, like this sentence. Okay, a conjunction. A conjunction can join the two clauses, the independent and the dependent clause. The coordinating conjunctions, fanboys, as known as that, joins the two independent clauses. For example, I told her to come in, but she wasn't listening. So these two independent clauses are used the coordinate conjunctions, but as we know, all these coordinate conjunctions. The subordinating conjunctions are words like, sorry about that, guys, are because, since, when, after, as soon, etc. They join the dependent to the independent clause. So the coordinating conjunction joins the two independent clauses, while the subordinating joins the independent with the independent. For example, although, which is a subordinating conjunction, said, although I told her to come in, she wasn't listening. Although is this type of conjunction. And they join the dependent with the independent. Let's go to the last type of sentence we're going to learn about today. The compound complex sentence. The compound complex sentence has a combination of clauses. They have two independent clauses and one dependent clause. Although many of the fish hide in the deepest parts of the ocean, photographers have captured them in pictures, so scientists can learn more about sea animal life. So, although many unusual fish hide in the deepest parts of the ocean is independent, and photographers have captured them in pictures are another independent, and so scientists can learn about more sea animal life is a dependent. And we can see, the independent. So we can see that they have a combination of both two independents and one dependent. I hope you learned more about types of sentence today and have